Hello. In this video, I would like to talk about the positives and negatives of having a scientific mindset while having a severe disability. Having a scientific mindset is usually a very good thing. It's been developed over hundreds of years and has produced many great things for society. Now, having a scientific mindset allows you to understand how different things in the world are related, how one physical action is related to another, and how everything mechanically flows into one another. Now, there are some negatives to having a scientific mindset while having a severe disability, and these negatives lie in the nature of one's understanding of deductive reasoning. Now, deductive reasoning allows scientists to basically play a giant what if game. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean that in science, we tend to have great imaginations where we are imagining a relatively ideal scenario. And then we think to ourselves, what must be true for this ideal situation to be reality? Now, this is fun and it's very useful when it comes to designing things that we use on a daily basis. But if it's played out too much, for example, if it's played out in somebody's mind that has a disability and they develop a tendency to develop a what if this happened or what if this happened mindset, then that can be very detrimental. For example, with CP, the culprit is brain damage. Now, it is possible, and again, likely, my favorite phrase, that if you are scientifically trained, you will drive yourself crazy playing a what if game. You will say, well, what if I was born maybe just 2 weeks later than I was? Well, then your whole situation changes. And there's your what if game. This can be played out for almost, I would argue, maybe hundreds of questions that you would have that would come up throughout your life in relation to your disability. Now, this isn't to say that having this deductive mindset, this kind of what if approach, is a bad thing. It really isn't. It's very useful. It helps you understand how things work. But you must understand its limitations and not drive yourself crazy. This is very difficult. I struggle with it. It's probably one of my biggest struggles. But maybe it's easier for some to put that away and to look at their situation just a little bit differently. And maybe one day I'll get there too.